Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Pixel. In today's video, we're going to be starting a brand new series and we're going to be learning how to make a simulator game on Roblox. In today's tutorial, we're going to be going over the DataStore as well as the tool and UI to display the coins. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to head over to server script service and you're going to insert a regular script. You can go ahead and name it DataStore. And then we're going to create a variable. This is going to be our DataStore variable. Get religion. We're going to do game get service DataStore service. Make sure you're typing it exactly how I'm typing it. Colon get DataStore. And you're going to give your data store a unique name. Now we're going to create the function that runs when a new player has joined the game. So using this, we don't have to do the double thing, which is basically like you name a function or whatever, and then you do game.players.player added connect, and then you put the name of the function. So we don't have to do that if we can just put it together like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a key. It's our unique player key for each individual player. We're going to do player ID. You're going to do space, 2 dots, space again, and then type player user ID. Now we're going to create the leader stats instance. So local leader stats equals instance.new folder comma player. So this is going to create a folder that's going to be inserted into our player, and then you can just name that leader stats. So leader stats.name. Now we're going to create one more instance, and it's going to be called coins. So local coins equals instance.new number value, and then we're going to put this inside of leader stats instead of players, and then we're going to do coins.name equals coins, and we're going to do the get async, which is going to get their saved data. So we're going to do local get save equals DataStore get async key. So we're using our key to get async. Get async is going to pull our data from the DataStore. So it's DataStore get the data using this key. And then we're going to do if get save, meaning if the get save exists, then we're going to do coins.value equals get save 1. We're going to put a space and then put else, and we're going to do local numbers equals coins.value. So we're going to create a table, do enter again, and then we're going to go to DataStore set async key numbers. So basically it's like if our data exists, then we're going to give or make the value of our coins the data of get saved. So this will be the first data. It's always going to be in order of what it's created in. So if you put coins first, then coins would obviously be first. So if you add more, then you just put that. And then we have this. So else means that there is no data. So we're just going to give them a default value, or the default values. You can set it up here by going coins.value equals whatever, but I'm just going to set it to 0. So yeah, we do that. And then it'll automatically be 0 if you don't put anything, but you can set it to like 15 if you want. And then we're going to use the key and then our table. And now we're going to go outside of our player added function, and we're going to create a new function, and we're going to do player removing. So this is going to fire obviously when the player is leaving the game. So we're going to create another key variable, and we're going to name it local key equals player ID dot dot player dot user ID. Make sure you type it exactly how I type it so it works. Values to save equals, we're going to create another table. We're going to do player.leaderstats.coins.value. Do another wiggly bracket. Instead of a regular bracket, you do it by holding shift and the two buttons next to the letter P on the keyboard. Excuse me. And then we're going to do, I have caps on. We're going to do DataStore set async key values to save. We're actually going to add one more value. So this is also kind of to show you if you wanted to add more for your game specifically, you could do that, but we're going to make a rebirths instance. I just want to get this out of the way. We're going to make it a number value, and we're also going to put that inside of leader stats. Rebirths.name equals rebirths. Alright, and then we're going to go back down to the get save, if get save, and change the rebirths.value to get save 2. And then we're going to insert that into this value as well. So we're going to do rebirths.value. And then we're also going to go down to the player removing and do player.leaderstats.coin, or not coins, rebirths.value. So that's going to do that. We're also going to add some prints. So we're going to do print data saved for, going to do a space, another quotation mark, and then you're going to do 2 dots and then player.name. And then you can just go ahead and copy that and paste that up here as well. So, or we're going to put save there, and then we're going to put loaded here. Oh, we're going to put this in here. Okay. So, make sure you go back to the video if you missed anything. This should be the entire script for now. So if we go in and run our game, which by the way, there's one thing that we have to go over. Your game will, if you test it in Studio, it will not appear. You might get an error in the output that says that Studio cannot access API services. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the Create tab. I'm pulling it up right now. If you go to the Create tab and click on the little gear next to your game icon, hit Configure Game, there should be a little check mark right here that says Enable Studio Access to API Services. Make sure that is checked, hit Save, and then you can jump back into the Studio. So as you can see, we have coins and rebirths now, and it does say data loaded for Pixel Zombie X. If we hit the X, we should see data saved for Pixel Zombie X. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to create a coin that we're going to use so that when we click, our coin value goes up. And we're making this simulator game filtering enabled, so make sure that when you go into workspace, filtering enabled inside of properties is enabled, that there is a check mark next to it. It should already be like that by default. Just making sure. And head over to replicated storage, and we're going to insert a folder. You can go ahead and name that folder remote events. So this is going to store our remote events, obviously. Put our remote event inside, and we're going to name this coin click. So if you don't know what a remote event does, it allows the client and the server to communicate between each other, because filtering enabled, it kind of puts up a barrier so your game is less likely to get hacked or exploited. So that barrier also has some flaws. So the client and the server won't be able to communicate directly, so you have to do it by remote events. So now I'm going to insert a tool, you can just either click on the workspace, insert object, tool, or you can just go to workspace and hit the white arrow. Does not matter. We're going to name this coin. I'm going to go in my toolbox and I'm just going to search up. So I'm going to head over to recent models. I already searched it up. It's just something I used a little while ago. Here it is. Okay, but you can just go to models and search up coin and just find a coin. So this coin here obviously has some extra things that we don't want, so I'm going to ungroup it. Gonna get rid of this bounding box, whatever that is, and there's some scripts inside of here that I'm going to get rid of. And I think this is a little too big for my liking, so I'm going to scale that down by going into mesh and then going to the scale option in property and just scaling it down like that. And then we're going to make the actual part a 1 stud by 1 stud. Make sure that it's not anchored and it's not can collide. So these two will be unchecked. And we have one more thing to do. We're going to name it handle, toss it into our coin tool. But before you put it in your starter pack, make sure you go into the description and install this plugin called Tool Grip Editor. If you go ahead and click it, once you install it, it should be, when you open it, if you click install, Studio should open and install it. You just hit the install button. But after you've gone and installed it, you have to click on the tool and then turn the Tool Grip Editor on, and it'll allow you to put, like, how you want to have the coin appear while the player is holding it. So I want it to show up. You can have it like tilted to the side a little bit so it looks a little nicer. See, I don't want it over here. I don't want it over here. I want it in the palm like that. You could turn this off and then that should be good. It automatically changes it for you. Then you can go ahead and put it into starter pack. If we go into our game just to test it out to make sure that it's working, we do in fact have our coin. And we're going to create the script for it. So go ahead and insert a local script, and we're going to create some variables. So local replicated storage equals game get service, no, not get children, get service, replicated storage, that's what it's called. And then we're going to create a remote event folder variable. So we're just going to do replicated storage dot remote events, and then we're going to do coin clicked equals remote events dot coin clicked, and then we're going to do tool, one more variable, local tool equals script dot parent, and now we're going to do tool dot activated connect function, boom. And we're actually going to make one more variable. I lied. It's going to be called debounce. Local debounce equals false. So we're going to do if debounce equals false, then debounce equals true. Do a couple spaces, and then we're going to add a wait. So the wait that we're going to write here is going to be how long it takes before the player can click the coin again to receive another coin. Usually if you want them to just be spamming it because they're going to be just getting the coins, then you should put something like 0.5 to 1. Unless you have a specific thing that you're doing or that you need them to wait longer, then you can put longer time, but we're just going to put 0.5 and see how that works out. We can change it later if we need to. And then we're going to do coin clicked fire server. So this is just going to fire the server, obviously. And then we can go over to our service script service again, insert another script and name this coin handler. And we're actually going to go back up to our local script, copy these 3 variables and paste them into coin handler, so we just have them at our disposal. And then we're going to do coin clicked dot on server event connect function player. So whenever you have a remote function and you're doing on server event, players is always going to be something that's there, because this is triggered from client to server. So this client is like if you're playing a game, everything you see, the GUIs and things like that, that's on your client. You're not sharing a tool with everyone, you're not sharing the same GUI, so it's detecting that your coin, you fired this and made it turn on. So then we go over to coin handler in our script here, and it's detecting this, and then it's like, oh, so I already know what the player is, so we have to name it. You can name it whatever you want, but we're just gonna name it player. You can also add in any type of value here. We can put a 1, we can put text, we can put a value, so workspace.name or something. So we got 3 things here, 1, 2, 3. So if we go over to here, or when you're doing this, player's always going to be first, and then you can name the first one. We're going to do number, text, and then value. So that's also how that would work if you're doing remote events, but you know, we're just going to use player today. And then we're going to do player.leaderstats.coins.value equals player.leaderstats.coins.value plus 1. So that's going to change our value by 1. And if we go into game, this should give us a coin every time we click. So, so you can see, did it break? Oh, wait, I think I set it to the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, we forgot to make debounce false again. So after the wait, we put debounce equals false. That's why it was not working. So, it works. I already know. All right. I think the wait is a little too much. So, I'm just going to quickly change this to 25. And that should be good. So you should be able to get 4 coins a second. Yeah, so we're getting these coins. All right. Now that we have that, we have data loaded. Let's check if our data is saving. We didn't get the thing is saving. I think we have a little error in here. It usually says saving, but we seem to have an error. Player.leaderstats.reburst.value. Okay, it's I could tell it's not saving our data. Let me see if it has anything to do with there being 2 values in here. Maybe there only could be 1. I don't think so. But it was giving us those messages. All right. It's not saving for some reason. I'll be right back and try to figure out what's happening here. Okay, so I just changed the keys a little bit. And when I rewrote in the thing, I wrote it wrong. I think I already had it wrong, or something was happening. I don't know. So I'm just going to change the key names back to how I had them. But it is working now. I think I just have to change the name of the data store. Every time you change the name, it will reset your data. So make sure that you just like reset it every now and then, just so you know that everything's working properly, especially if you're editing the data store script, because things will change. So we're holding our tool correctly. We're getting our coins. It did say saved, so that means that our data was new. We're going to exit and data saved. If we rejoin, it might take a second because my internet's a little crazy right now. So we'll see data loaded, and now we have 25 coins. Alright, so and the last thing we are going to do is the GUI to display the player's amount of coins. So if we do text button, I'm just going to use the UI editor to drag the button over here. Oh wait, it doesn't need to be a button. It could be a text label. My bad. Insert your text label. Go in the description and download this other plugin, or install this plugin. This is Roundify. It allows you to round out your UIs. If you go ahead and click on the text label, enable it, and then hit Roundify. I'm going to use is border, so it will give it a border. Now you're going to go to the text label and change the Zindex in the properties to 2. This is just the order that it shows up on your screen. So 2 would be closer to the camera. Higher up means higher to the camera. So we're gonna, we're not gonna change that. I'm just gonna make this a nice blue. And then I'm going to copy that blue, go into the Roundify image, and then go down, change the image color to that color. Go in and then change this a little deeper. Alright, so then it makes your UIs look pretty nice. I'm going to change the text to scaled, change it to source sans bold, and then change it here. We're going to do, so this is how it'll look. Yeah, I like having it scaled because in case you have a lot of coins, it'll just pop up and you wouldn't have to edit it. So we're gonna do coin display. We're gonna name it that. You can go ahead and insert a local script into here, and we're just gonna write local player equals game.players.local player, and then we're gonna do local coins equals player.leader stats wait for child coins. And we're gonna do coins dot get property signal changed. I think that's what it is. Hold on, I have to search it up, guys. Alright, I was close enough. It was actually get property changed signal. So we're gonna put in our parentheses, we're gonna do value connect function, boom. All right, so what this does, it's very similar to dot changed, which many other tutorials have showed, but dot changed will fire if the value of the coins is changed, if the name of it is changed, if any property of what you're defining is changed, this will fire. But using this get property change signal, it only looks for a change in the value. So we're actually going to scroll down and we're going to do coins dot or script dot parent dot text equals coins dot value, and then we're going to change this, put it there, and if we join into game here, give it a second to load. All right, so there we have it. But also one thing that you could add, I know my internet's going a little slow right now. You can change, before here you can put coins, put a space, and then 2 dots, like that. And then it'll display it exactly how it is here, but with a number here. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is episode number 1, day my new series. We're going to be doing episode 2 sometime in the future, maybe sometime this week, I'm not sure. And for episode 2, not sure what we're gonna do yet. If you guys have any suggestions or what you want us to do next, it might have something to do with the rebirths, maybe a shop, or actually I think we're gonna do selling, to sell our coins. Or wait, no, wait, we're not supposed to be selling our coins, are we? We're gonna do something. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'm so happy we're at almost 650 subscribers. We've come a long way, guys, and I'm glad you guys enjoy my videos. I'm sorry that I don't really upload that much. I'm starting to change that. I was taking just a really long break. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And more videos will be coming out to you guys soon. Goodbye.